Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of tackle prep, just watching some Bassmaster on YouTube right now, and working on my reels. Okay, I just got a shipment of rods and reels from Fitzgerald Fishing, and so I got a bunch of new, VLD 10s in. This is overall my favorite reel that I use from Fitzgerald as far as casting. And then I got some of the Sonar spinning reels, the S4000 in. And so every year, when you get a new reel, most of the time it's going to be completely ready to go out of the box. But I like to go through them with fine-tooth comb and do a couple things that I think is pretty important. There's the S4000. It's a beautiful thing, man. A new spinning reel out of the box. Ooh, nice and smooth. The drag's nice and smooth. Love getting new reels. But there's a few things that I wanted to show you guys that I do when I get them out of the box. First thing, I'm going to be checking for the proper lube in the proper areas. So the first thing that I think people make a mistake with is I think that a lot of people misunderstand when to use grease versus oil. So like here we've got the Lucas reel oil. Pretty good stuff. I'm not sponsored by them, but it's real good stuff. And I've also got this kit right here, which has, some real grease, some real oil, and real cleaner. We don't need the cleaner in this situation because these reels are already, completely, clean and just brand new. But when it comes to using oil and grease, just remember this. Oil is for bearings and grease is for gears. Okay, you don't really want to grease your gears because that will attract a lot of dust and debris into those gears. That's what or those bearings. That's what I've been taught over the years, is that those bearings, when I was a skateboarder, actually back in the day in high school, I was a skateboarder. That was about 70 pounds ago. That was the one thing that I learned, was how to take care of those bearings in your wheels, and you want to use oil for that, not grease. So for each of these reels, I'm going to go through it, take the side plate off. I'm just right off the bat, regardless if I see some oil or not, I'm just going to put just a little drop of oil on there. I'm also going to check to make sure that the worm gear, if we can zoom in there, that the worm gear has the proper grease, which it does. It has some blue grease in there that I can see from the factory. So I don't need to really do anything more. You don't want to over grease or over oil. Just a drop of oil per bearing, and just a little bit of grease for your gears should be plenty. But you want to make sure that it definitely does cover all those contact points. Another thing that I just started to do is, because I've had a lot of situations with all my reels over over the years, with possibly some things backing up. So this little nut right here that holds this EVA foam handle on tends to, over time, for some reason, some of my reels, they end up falling out. And so, once you lose that little nut at the end there, you pretty much have to replace the handle or just get, some more parts. So what I like to do is I like to take some, thread locker, some like Loctite. The blue stuff is best because you can still work with it after the fact, after you apply it. And so I'll take out this little nut here. Let's go ahead and just do it real quick. I'll take this out and just put a little bit of that thread locker just right on that thread there. It doesn't matter what brand you're fishing. This is something, if you have removable nuts like this on the handle, you want to take care of that. You want to go ahead and just do that, because that is something that it will drive you crazy. If you pick up a reel that doesn't have that nut on there and you try to set the hook on a fish and your little foam handle falls off, that's never good. And it just comes from, you know, hard use. You know, these reels go through a lot of abuse. And so I've had it happen with all different brands, but the Loctite on those will definitely help. And you always want to do it before, you know, things start loosening up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of these different reels. I'm also going to go through my old reels. Okay, so I've got a lot of reels that I've used for the last several years, and gonna go through them, make sure that they work properly. You know, a lot of times throughout the year, if I have some issues with like anti-reverse or something like that, I want to make sure that I take those out of circulation. And you know, then just with the old ones, I'm gonna go ahead, clean them. So that's where that cleaner comes into play. Okay, so I'm gonna clean them and then again apply oil to the bearings and then grease to the gears. So that is kind of my process for taking care of my reels overall. And also just make sure that everything's tight. You know, just like we were talking about the Loctite on these little nuts that hold the foam grips on. It's really important to just, you know, I've got a small little, you know, precision screwdriver kit, you know, small screwdriver kit, and I'm just gonna go throughout all these different screws on this new reel, tighten them up, make sure it's ready to go. Shouldn't have any issue with that, but you never know. So anyways, guys, that is the process that I go through with new reels and also old reels. It's really important to keep these reels, you know, lubed up and nice and clean, and just, you know, just do a once over on them. It's just like any other type of piece of equipment with moving parts. You know, a lot of times you can find an issue before it actually, you know, comes to a head while you're working and cleaning on this stuff. So it is super, super helpful to just sit here. And it's also therapeutic. Watching Bassmaster on my screen over here, you can see this right there. Watching some Bassmaster, just hanging out. And it's just very therapeutic just sitting here. But anyways, guys, let me know what your reel maintenance procedure is for your reels. Do you agree with the way that I approach my reels? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you want to go check out Fitzgerald products, rods and reels, highly suggest it. The VLD10 is incredible. The Stunner is great. I also have the FX8 reels as well. I've got a bunch of those. Those also are very, very good. So you can check those out at 44tackle.com. That's where you can buy them. I'm going to put links in the description below for you know, the reels that I like to use and some of the rods that I just got in this shipment. And also, I'm going to look up a good rod or reel cleaning and lubing kit. And I'm going to put that in the description as well. And if you order through those links, you get 10% off of your order, and I get a little kickback, which supports SonarFishing, this channel, and all the videos that I do, which I'm doing like a video a day now. So I would really appreciate you guys, your support through that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you out on the water when I'm done with these reels.